Hello, sir.
Hi. You need to have a little fade out on that music. It was so abrupt.
It's been the same now for 3 weeks, and
I know. I have to find a way to complain about it every week. That's a little different than last week.
I'm not going to make another video. So you're just going to have to get used to the hard stop.
You mean our people aren't going to make another video?
Right.
What's going on?
Just coming off this. So I got some big news. We have like a bunch of announcements to get through, I guess.
All right.
So I recorded another episode with the official podcast that comes out today, I think.
Sweet.
I'm on WATP again on Saturday.
Damn.
What are you up to in the podcast world?
So I watched Bob's Burgers today for a while. It was good. Yesterday I watched a little bit of How I Met Your Mother. It was pretty good. It's a pretty good time.
So you think that all them hours that you're putting into them cartoons are going to up our viewership, or?
Yes. Duh. If there's ever a trivia show about Bob's Burgers, I'm fucking in. I'm going to win that shit. So I'll use the prize money to, I don't know. I got nothing.
So that's your big plan for promoting our show, is hoping that one day you go on a Bob's Burger trivia somewhere, and then you can shout out our website.
Right.
Playing the long game. I like it.
That's the plan.
So we are changing our recording schedule, I guess. Mm-hmm. So we're going to continue recording on Wednesdays at 5:30, right. But we are going to start recording. We're going back to recording weekly public episodes. And then our patrons will still get 2 bonus episodes. And we are still doing the after show chats, and those are going to be available on Patreon as well. But we're going back to weekly free episodes.
Ever since we moved away from that, Doug has been trying to convince me to go back to it, and finally he wore me down. You win. I think it's yeah. That's what we're doing. Good promotion. It was. We moved away from it just to cut down, because it seemed like we were recording so much, but then we never really cut down. We were recording the same amount. So it was like, we'll just keep putting them out for free. Why not?
No.
That's yes.
That's not how you fucking sell it.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Let me try. RyanLongComedy.com. Does that help?
Go back to Bob's Burgers. I'll finish the show.
All right.
What else we got? We're supposed to have Oddball on today.
Yeah.
He's gonna help us out with some diversity, but I am not entirely sure if he's gonna make it on or not, so we will see what happens. Last time he showed up at the last minute running through a fucking yard on his phone.
I love how he's going to help us out with some diversity. Not like he's going to be on the show and that'll help with the diversity.
That's exactly what I meant.
I know. That was the best part.
Well, we have to do it's like a diversity hire.
Right.
We can't get kicked off of any platforms if we have a black person on here.
We got to keep the quotas up. We have a distinct lack of trans women on our show. Black trans women. So you think we should call Laura?
Already?
I don't know. I just thought that was a smooth segue.
I don't even think we ever actually told anybody why we got her phone number. She's a patron of ours, and we just decided it would be funny to call a patron every week. Instead of me looking something up on Google, it's just call a patron.
Yep. It just happens to be her.
So
the running gag is that she hasn't answered. I mean, like she did once, but up until she answered, it was funny, and then she answered, and it wasn't funny anymore.
Man, she was so perturbed. Like, what the fuck is wrong?
Would you want me to call you? What the fuck?
In celebration of Oddball, so it's going to seem like a ploy, but it's not, I promise. In celebration of Oddball coming on, we have added another tier to our Patreon. It is $25 a month, but for that $25, you get all of the regular shit, plus you get free of your white guilt. But you're only free of your white guilt for that month unless you carry it over.
Right. We were going to send you a certificate, email certificate. You're not getting anything physical. You can get an email certificate with an expiration date.
And hopefully it will have Oddball's signature on there, so you know that it's legit.
Right. You can see that he's black once he comes on.
He's unaware that he's our spokesman for getting rid of white guilt, by the way.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay with it.
What else we got?
Oh shit! You going on? Yeah, you said you're going on WATP, correct? Yeah, you already went through that. Yeah, I'm excited about that. It's sometimes I like WATP. I wish you'd do a lot less Opie, but I like when you go on it. It's funny. And didn't you say that they were doing so you had somebody else doing our show too?
Yeah. So there's two Dougs. There's Nice Doug and then me. And what is supposed to happen is I'm going to review his show. It's Good Times, Great Movies, or Great Movies, Good Times, one of those two. And he is going to review Who's Right, and we are going to be doing it at the same time. That's really all I know about it.
How do you think that's going to go? I mean,
well,
sorry, go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I mean, you know that he's going to love our show and you're going to hate his show. So it's going to be awkward, you know?
I think it's only going to be awkward if I can't pony up my nuts and give the same type of review as I would if he wasn't sitting right there.
Do you need my help? Do you need me to write some lines for you?
I think I'll be fine. Because I'm just going to pretend that he's not listening.
Oh my God.
But what I think is going to be great, and I almost hope it happens just because it'll be funny to read about on Reddit, is if he comes with just like some big fucking haymakers and like I can't even think of anything to say, and I pull an Anthony and just sit there all quietly and
your podcast is okay. I don't want to say anything too bad about you because you're sitting here. Wait, did you say pull an Anthony? Fuck you. That almost went right over my head.
I'll just install the wrong audio. That'll take care of everything.
There you go. Dick. So are we still planning on having Brady on next week or week after that or whenever the fuck it was?
Yeah, so I think Kaya and Brady, those of you who know who Brady are. Okay.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So anyway, we're having Kaya and Brady on, not next week, but the week after.
I think I upset Brady. I hurt Brady's feelings. I can't wait to have him on now.
All right. Shit, you sent me over gender critical is what you labeled it.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like that incel shit, maybe. I don't know.
It's like the incel, the women version of incels, right? Or
abusing women is a major part of male bonding. Does anyone else feel like hating on women and abusing and sexually degrading women is a huge part of male bonding, if not the primary part? It seems like a loophole that lets them bond without feeling gay. Wait, what? I think part of the backlash against men seeing us as people is that there's no. Hey, look at that person over there. Fucking stupid. This is.
Oh shit.
I think part of the backlash against men seeing us as people is that they will lose one of the main forms of homosocial bonding, bonding that they feel most comfortable with, as it's the only form of intimacy that doesn't threaten their masculinity. And this is a generational form of bonding. A lot of them feel like they're losing out on some sort of male legacy when they get criticized for saying disgusting things about women and girls. As long as they refuse to find any other way of bonding that isn't at our expense, they'll always treat women like shit and throw us under the bus. What the fuck is she talking about?
I don't know. This is amazing, though. Just a peek into these people's minds is fucking phenomenal. These are the same. This group is the same group of people that the trans people hate them and the regular feminists hate them. So they're getting hate from every single side. Like they're the trans exclusionary radical feminists. Like they call them TERFs.
Oh, TERFs. I was thinking tards, but
same thing. They're the ones that are they're a feminist from a woman's point of view, and they think that like trans people are trying to invade women's spaces by becoming women, like men that are obviously men becoming women, and they are completely against trans people. And then they come out with this shit. It's like they just hate men, everything about men.
But isn't that what people that transition from man to woman are doing? Are trying to get into women's spaces?
Absolutely. I believe that. In the vernacular of the social justice warrior or whatever, I would be considered a TERF. I mean, most of the time, yeah, that's what they want. If you're a man and you go through all the surgery and everything to become a woman, and what else are you trying to do? Of course, you're trying to get into women's spaces to be a woman.
I think I want to transition.
All right. Into what?
Into a woman.
Oh. Well, that would be awesome. This would be the best podcast ever if you did that.
I just want to be able to use a clean public restroom. That's
why do you think that women's restrooms are cleaner than men's restrooms? And why do you think it would stay that way if you got to use it?
All of a sudden, the sprayed shit starts showing up everywhere.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in women's restrooms until we let the trans people in. Only men spray their shit on the walls. Oh my God. So you have a son. How often did you talk about abusing and degrading women with your son when he was young?
Oh, quite a bit. I mean, he wouldn't even get his allowance unless he punched his sister.
Awesome. Same with me. My wife will be in there making dinner and I'll have my son yell at her, "Fucking cook faster, bitch." This is amazing. I mean, I think all of this stuff has always existed. It's just that the internet allows it to be amplified so much. Like there's no way me or you would have seen this, pre-internet days, because these people there's like 6 of them in the world. And now they're on the internet, so you'd think there's fucking 50 million of them.
Did you see that shit? I don't remember where the fuck it was at. About the guy burning the pride flag.
I did.
Where was
it? I don't. It was like in a southern, wasn't it? I thought it was like a southern state, right?
All right, we'll call it Georgia until we hear differently. All right, so he burned a church's LGBTQ flag and got 16 years. They responded by advocating for him. The hate crime trial of Adolf Martinez had been unusually volatile. Unlike most defendants who try to stay out of jail, Martinez 30 seemed to actively court punishment. Pastor Eileen Gebbe of Ames United Church of Christ observed. Martinez spoke out of turn. He made violent arm gestures.
Violent arm gestures. What a tough guy.
Yes, Martinez told the judge he was indeed trying to make a statement about gay people when he ripped down the AUCC's rainbow striped pride flag on June 11th and set it on fire in a nearby strip club parking lot. And no, he wasn't sorry.
Fair enough.
Are you on this article?
Yeah.
You see quotes?
He said he wants to cut us out of the land of the living. What the fuck does that mean?
If we're talking about Adolf Martinez, I would expect it's Adolfo.
That changes things a little bit.
We're keeping it as Adolf.
All right.
I would expect you to do it in a Mexican Hitler or Mexican German dialect.
You're going to get one or the other. He said he wants to cut us out of the land of the living. I love that. Does that sound Mexican enough?
I think you probably should have said "Arriba" at the end, and then you could have got all your bases covered. Gabby told the Washington Post on Friday as she recalled Martinez's angry rhetoric targeting queer people like herself at a time when hate crimes against LGBTQ people have risen sharply over the past 3 years in cities throughout the United States. On Wednesday, Martinez was sentenced to more than 16 years in prison on convictions of committing a hate crime, third-degree harassment, and reckless use of fire as a habitual offender.
Oh, fuck. Is there ever not a reckless use of fire? You don't know what's going to happen when you start a fire. It goes everywhere.
Given that Martinez had a lengthy history of harassment and felony offenses and showed no remorse, Story County Attorney Jessica Reynolds suggested the maximum possible sentence, to which the judge agreed. So he got 16 years in prison for burning the pride flag.
So this brings up a couple of different points. The 3 strikes law. This happened in Iowa, by the way. Georgia. Didn't you say Georgia? Georgia, Iowa, whatever. So anyways, do you know about Iowa has the 3 strikes law where if you commit 3 felonies, you go to prison for, like, they extend your sentence because of that?
Okay.
So that's part of why he got such a long sentence, because this was his 3rd felony or whatever, which I think is fucked up in the first place. What is, if I commit a crime now and then 5 years later I commit another crime, how are the 2 related? And I don't understand how you can make hate crimes illegal. Like,
wait, what?
Does that make sense to you? So you either committed a crime or you didn't commit a crime. If I committed a crime and I really,
right. But what you said was, I don't see how they can make hate crimes illegal.
Right.
So you're insinuating that if something is designated a hate crime, it should be legal.
Yes. Not the crime itself, just the hate. Maybe I misspoke. I don't understand how they can make hate illegal. If I go to Target and I steal a package of underwear and I steal it with the intent that I really hate Target, like, is that a hate crime?
No, dummy. If you go in and you go in and steal Hanes boxers,
mm-hmm.
and you get caught and you say, "Why did you steal these?" Because I really hate Fruit of the Loom. And that's a crime.
But how does that hurt Fruit of the Loom?
Oh, because when you're on the news saying, "I hate Fruit of the Loom,"
it's just like the Holocaust.
Let's see. During the trial, Gabby said Martinez would reference her directly, sometimes describing her appearance, other time saying his actions weren't about her, yet affirming his belief that as a lesbian, she was a problem. As he was led away after sentencing, Martinez addressed her one last time.
"I'll see you when I get out." Does that sound German?
No.
Damn it. "I'll see you when I got no German accent."
The night of Martinez's arrest. So here's how it all broke down.
All right.
The night of Martinez's arrest, he was kicked out of Dangerous Curves, a bar and strip club a block away from the AUCC. Outside, he told one of the bar's patrons, who he knew is transgender, that he was going to burn their banner.
Back it up. There's fucking quotes there. God.
Hold on.
I was all locked and ready.
Outside, he told one of the bar's patrons, who he knew is transgender, that he was going to
burn their banner.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, shit.
According to police records, Martinez made the short walk to the church, where above the door hung a multicolored pride flag printed with the message, "God is still speaking." You know what? Maybe we just stick with the black voice.
Oh, that's no fun. I can't do a good black voice.
All right, so I'm not going to read anymore. What I think is, all right. So there's nothing in this article, and this is the only thing that I knew about it. That it was a 3rd strike or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you get that at?
I don't think it was this article. It was a different article, but I don't remember exactly. But it was not this article, I don't think. But it was. They got him for, like, stealing the flag, which okay, yeah, I get it. And then destruction of pride. I mean, it's a fucking flag. How are you gonna get 16 years for stealing a fucking flag and burning a flag?
Okay, so do you think that had this been an American flag hanging off out of the same place and all the same actions,
mm-hmm.
do you think that he would have got 16 years?
Oh God, no. No, not. I don't even think he would have been arrested.
Carry on.
Yeah. Carry on, Adolf. No, I'm. You're allowed to. For some reason, you're allowed to hate America and hate everything about America and use all the freedoms that you are granted in America to hate America, and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, but you don't have the freedom to steal somebody's flag. It's still their property.
No, I agree with you. I'm saying, like, for some reason you do, though. But if as soon as you like, you can walk by a gay person, and if you don't, bow to them and kiss their feet, then you're a fucking homophobe and you're going to jail.
I think it's getting so bad now that you actually have to suck them off. If you walk past a gay guy, you have to put his dick in your mouth. Otherwise, you are a homophobe.
And that's a hate crime, and you're going to jail. I'm wondering when they're going to have special jails.
What if you hate sucking his dick?
Oh boy, this is going to be a hard case. We're going to have to go with a jury or your queers and see what happens. So what?
They're going to come down on you hard.
Right. I'm wondering how long it's going to be before there's like a special jail just for hate crimes where they send people to re-educate them, about being gay. Make them do hard labor and think about their crimes.
What would it be called?
I don't know. Maybe a gulag.
Every time
on the nose.
You've said gulag like 5 times since we've been recording, since we started our show.
Like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every time you say it, it makes me think of goulash, which is some shit that my mom used to make.
Yeah.
Which I think that's German for leftover noodles and meat.
Yes. I don't know if it's German. I think it's straight up American for leftover noodles and meat and a little ketchup. It's poor people food.
All right.
Why do you think, what do you think? Do you think if it was an American flag, he would have been, in jail or in trouble?
I think that he probably would have gotten in trouble. So based on the information that you told me, if he was a habitual fire starter and he's got 2 felonies, I have a feeling that he wouldn't have got he would have got a couple years. I'm sure.
But it wouldn't have been a news story, and the judge wouldn't have said, we have to send a message with this, anytime it's, I don't know.
Yeah. Do you think that, do you think that, if he was burning the American flag, no, what if he was burning like a Marines flag, but he was part of the Army and he said, I hate the Marines.
I think you can get court-martialed for that, right? Which I don't even know what court-martialing means. Isn't that
you go in the goulash?
You're going into the goulash. I love it. Yeah, I don't fucking know, man. I don't get it.
Are fat people one of the protected species?
I think so.
Is there a fat pride flag? And if not, can we make one?
I am 99% sure there is one. Yes.
All right. If we don't know for sure, you know what we got to do.
Oh yeah, that 1%.
All right.
She better know the answer too.
Let me get her on the horn. All right. God, I should have this ready.
Nah. What fun would that be? All this filler makes it seem like our show is really long.
All right. Hold, please.
Hello.
Hey, Laura. It's Doug and Anthony.
Hey.
How's it going?
We got a quick question for you.
What's up?
Do you know if there's a fat pride flag?
A flag?
Yeah. Like
I don't know.
All right. Do you do any kind
I have
of
no idea.
Do you do any kind of design work?
No, not for
What
not for free.
For fat people.
No, I don't. Not at all.
What do you do for a living?
It's really boring. Medical billing.
Could you medical bill us a fat pride flag?
I can look into it.
All right. You know,
you guys, I think I could do it.
So one of these times we were going to call you with something. You know, you're our new Google, right?
Yeah, no, I heard that last episode. So thank you for that.
Around say 5:30 to 6 o'clock Central Time on Wednesday, maybe it wouldn't hurt you to sit in front of your computer in front of Google, knowing that we're going to ask you a question.
I would do that, but like Wednesday is my night with my kids, so I can't just
put them to work.
You guys,
we're okay with child labor.
Right. No, I am too, but like, he's 8, so there's only so much you can do and comprehend. Basically not a real human yet. So
what did you say was 8?
Yeah.
That's the perfect age to design a fat pride flag.
You know what? I think you're right. We'll collaborate. I'll come up with something.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Give your 8-year-old a piece of paper and some crayons and just tell them to draw a flag. It doesn't matter. Don't tell them what it's for. And then just have them draw a flag. And then we'll get it made into shirts. And then underneath it, we'll just put Fat Pride. And that'll be the new Fat Pride flag.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if just as long as his name's not on it, I think that should be fine.
Well, no, I was going to put his name and his social security number and address. And
yeah, his school schedule if you can. That'd be great.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. I need you guys to know that I did not like your show whenever I first heard it. I'm going to be totally honest.
Like last week?
I listened to it originally was because my mom said that she left a voicemail, and I was like, oh great, now I have to see if she made an idiot of herself. And then I found out that you guys also make fun of my brother, so I was like, well, I guess I'll listen for that. And then I just started listening to it all the time. I've just been binge listening to your podcast for 3 weeks, but I guess I'm a fan now.
So you didn't like it, and then you started binge listening, and now you do.
Yeah. Yep.
So is that what you're recommending that everybody does?
Yeah, like give it like 12 hours and
give it 12 hours, it'll grow on you.
So no, I think my question is at the beginning when you first heard it and you decided I do not like these guys. What was it about us, probably Anthony, that you didn't like?
No, I just I can't remember what episode I listened to, but there was a story and you guys were laughing. Oh gosh, it was the one where the police officer got caught watching porn at a crime scene of a dead child. And I was like, you guys were laughing. And I was like, this is terrible. And then towards the end of it, you guys were like, a kid died. This is terrible. And I was like, okay, I guess we're not that bad.
All right, Anthony. Every episode we have to end with a kid died. This is terrible. And it clears us of all wrong.
Yeah. But it was it's like you guys grew on me like a cancer, so I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks for that. Bye.
Can it be a boob cancer, please?
Yeah, no, I mean it's like a baby cancer. Like
that makes it worse, doesn't it? now you're doing it.
If you listen to us, you're gonna end up in the Ronald McDonald Kid Cancer House.
Yeah. I mean, that's all funded, right? So that's fine.
All right. Well, we are going to move along. We appreciate you answering.
And we appreciate your son
I appreciate
designing
you
our flag.
calling. No, seriously, I appreciate you guys. I little fangirling a little bit right now. So I appreciate the call.
You called
me too.
Yeah, but it was like
in a good way.
Yeah. You're welcome. Okay,
bye. You're cancer, but in a good way.
Oh, fuck. I'm not calling her no more.
Well, if you're done, can I get the number then?
Oh, wait a minute. We'll see if she delivers on the Fat Pride flag. That'll make a good t-shirt.
Yes, it would. So she didn't even look it up to see if there was a fat pride. We didn't even get the question answered.
Well, there's 40 people or no, okay, 2 people in Discord that sent it in, said they had the Fat Pride flags. It looks like Neapolitan ice cream with a heart.
Of course it does. With a cheeseburger in the middle.
Oh, well, I guess I have to really look it up because
our correspondents aren't that good.
I hope she's like just beating the shit out of her kid. Like, draw this fucking flag.
She said, I have my kids. I can't look at a computer.
It's like she can't turn on a computer without like porn popping up or something. Fat Pride flag. Fat acceptance.
So Dave in the Discord said it took me about 3 Who's Right episodes to get used to the pauses and adjust to Anthony's whole thing. What the fuck does that mean? I don't have a whole thing.
Everybody says that you have a whole thing.
I just got a touch of the thing. It means asthma. Thanks, Crom. I'm dying over here.
So I think that is interesting that I really like to talk to somebody that wasn't being a jerk about it and find out what it is about us that people don't like, because we get that a lot.
I think she did. She wasn't being a jerk. She said it. There's a dead baby and we're fucking laughing. I don't think most people laugh at dead babies. I mean, at least on the outside.
So Betty in the Discord says that the pauses between our talking is what people don't like. And what the fuck do you want? Like, I know you want less pauses, but
yeah, but that's not going to happen. I mean, the whole world can't be edited. I mean, go to a bar or something. That's how conversations work.
you think that like we're sitting at a bar and it's, I was wondering, or hurry the fuck up and say it.
Right. Oh my God.
All right. Let's see.
I think that's what it is that people are so used to podcasts that are so edited, and some people are so good at editing, it's like seamless. Everything is taken out seamlessly. You don't even realize it, but that's not how conversations work ever in real life.
So Kaya just put I don't know if he did it or not. I think he did. So if Laura doesn't deliver, that's going to go on a t-shirt. But I don't know if Kaya cares that I steal it or not, but that is a good Fat Pride flag.
Right.
It looks like a cheeseburger.
I love it.
With slices of, nobody makes cheeseburgers like that though, Kaya.
You don't get two slices of cheese. Cheese is expensive. That's like a ketchup burger with a little bit of meat.
Is that supposed to be ketchup? I thought that was a tomato, but let's move on.
We're analyzing the Fat Pride flag that Kaya made right now. It's a goulash burger. Nice, thanks.
So we were talking about trans, which would have been a good transition to this. Tennessee introduced a bill requiring school sports participation to be based on biological sex. You just sounded upset. You're making noises.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking for the article.
Those were weird fucking noises.
Sorry. There's so much transgender stuff on here. I can't find it.
It's like we're It's like we're transitioning to the anti-trans podcast is what it seems like. And I don't like it.
I'm not anti-trans. I'm not anti-trans at all. I don't. It's hard for me to be anti something when I don't care. Be trans. I don't care. Just stop being stupid about it. I don't get it. If you were born in the wrong body and you feel like you were born in the wrong body, cool. Transition. Why do you have to talk about it for the next 37 years? In every conversation, every aspect of your life, with any person that you're talking to has to, by the way, I'm trans. I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care.
All right.
That sounds like I'm anti-trans, doesn't it? I swear to God, I'm not. I don't care.
Do it in your own room.
Yeah, whatever you do in your own room, I don't care. Be trans in your own house.
But God damn it, don't join our armies.
That's the stupidest fucking rule. Don't join our armies.
Tennessee legislature is considering mandating that schools adopt a strict biological sex policy, blah, blah, blah. But okay, so if you're born with a dick, then you go in boys sports. If you're born with the puss, you go in the girl sports.
Right.
That's how it should be.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't understand how that's transphobic to make sports are segregated.
Well, it's trans. Okay. It's transphobic because if this guy with the dick says that he's now a girl with a dick, then he's in his and what's supposed to be in everybody else's mind is he's now a girl. If he says I'm a girl, then okay, you're a girl.
Yep.
Then you get to go in the girls' locker room and you get to throw the shot put farther than the other girls.
Right. So you're wrong. I not you, but I mean those people. That's wrong. The whole idea is wrong because what you're doing is
okay. Let's argue.
All right,
because I can take that side of the argument.
Okay.
You're transphobic.
Touche. Never thought about it that way, I guess. So if there was no significant difference, then we wouldn't see a huge uptick in all of these trans. Is it trans men when they transition to trans women? What do you call them when they transition from men to women?
Gay.
Okay. So if you take all these gay people and they're winning all these awards or sports stuff, like it's obvious what's going on, right? And then they try to pretend that there's no difference between men and women. Well, there is. They're winning. If there was no difference, they wouldn't be fucking winning. If they're competing at...
Here's what I think. I think that if you created a third division, you had male athletes, female athletes, and then transition athletes. I think you would see a lot less athletes transitioning if they had to go in against other people.
Right. Yeah, I agree. So, I mean, if you're competing at a mid-range level as a female athlete and then you transition, or as a male athlete, I'm sorry, and then you transition and you get to compete against women, and now all of a sudden you're at the top tier. Are you really at the top tier? You're the same. You're the same athlete. You're just competing against people that aren't as good as you. And all of this, I don't give two shits about sports. I don't get to fucking just stop sports. You could stop all sports right now and I wouldn't even care. It just seems so unfair. This whole it makes me agree with the gender critical people that hate all men. You're trying to destroy women's sports. If they came out with the express stated goal of we want to destroy women's sports, and then when we're done with that, we want to destroy men's sports, then I could get behind it. If that was your stated goal, I'm in.
All right. So you know what? We got one more this was like all trans, the whole fucking show.
Oh, that's
we're not giving a fuck about trans. We're talking about trans an awful lot. Transgender man gives birth to non-binary partner's baby with female sperm donor.
What? That fucking headline just gives me a headache. I don't even understand it. Trans non-binary baby birth. Can you translate it?
That baby needs to go in the blender. That's what it sounds like.
Yes. That would be delicious.
This has got so many flavors.
It's got a nice palate.
I think that's what I'm chewing on. Transgender man. Okay, so transgender man. So if you have transgender in front of the noun, then it means the opposite, right?
Yeah. Yes. So it's okay. So wait. No, I have to think about that. Transgender man means that they used to be a woman and now they're a man.
Yes, because it says gives birth. So that's what gave it away to me. Because men don't give birth.
You fucking transphobe.
Okay, so transgender man, woman. So okay. Gives birth to non-binary.
Mentally ill.
Okay. Woman gives birth to mentally ill partner's baby with female sperm donor.
How's that a headline? I don't understand.
So we're trying to break down the headline, Anthony, and you kind of trailed off into outer space there at the end.
No, I with female sperm. Wait, because the female. I didn't even catch that fucking female sperm donor. It went right over my head. Jesus fuck.
So try it again.
This whole thing is so fucked. The worst part, female sperm donor went over my head. Jesus Christ.
I wonder if she's circumcised.
All right, let's try it one more time.
Transgender man,
woman,
gives birth to non-binary partner.
That would be mentally ill.
Baby with female sperm donor.
Fairy tale character. I don't know what the female sperm donor doesn't exist. How did I miss that part of the headline? Jesus Christ.
Okay, so would you say that this headline is written in a way that is like trying to get people accepting of all these new words or trying to cause controversy because of the new words?
Both. I think what they're trying to no, I think what they're trying to do, first and foremost, I think they're trying to get us, both of us clicked on it. So that's like a nickel each that we just paid them. Second of all, the more they throw this out there and get the clicks, the more people are just going to be like, another headline that says crazy shit. It's just, it will be accepted. They just keep putting it up there and they keep getting paid for it. So it's the same. They're getting paid for outrage and normalizing outrage.
So here's a tweet in relationship to this headline.
All right.
So Kaya sent this to me, and then I see he just put it up in the Discord as well. It says, trans man gives birth to non-binary person's baby with female sperm donor, while accurate, is clearly being phrased in a way which is violent to our community by making us sound freakish and illogical.
What? What the fuck? So we read this headline probably 15 times. Where is the violence? Just don't understand.
Okay, so are you now telling me that you are not advocating for punching trans, like
trans babies, punching trans newborns? I'm advocating. You know how they used to kill the abortion doctors? I'm advocating for killing any of the doctors that assign a gender at birth. When your baby's born, if the doctor says it's a boy, murder, kill him, done. You don't get to decide that, you fascist.
It's a non-binary.
Yep. It's a baby.
What gender do you think you would have landed on if you weren't assigned male at birth?
They just spun the wheel. I don't know.
You know what we haven't done in a while? Spun the wheel.
So I really don't know. How else do they decide when the baby comes out?
Spin the wheel. God damn it. I want to spin the wheel.
Oh, we're spinning the wheel. Ready? All right. Got one less toot.
Your little baby's a boy.
You fascist piece of shit. So what else would they decide? Like, when your baby's born, the doctor looks at it, looks at the penis or the vagina, and says, how are they supposed to decide? If they can't decide by looking at the penis or the vagina, what's the answer? We just don't, we don't assign anybody anything, and everybody is just whatever they decide when they're 5 years old.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
That is so gay. That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
You shouldn't give little boys trucks or little girls dolls until they declare their gender.
No toys until you tell me if you're a boy or a girl. But then I've seen plenty of articles where the people are upset because, or maybe there weren't articles, comments, I guess, where people were upset because their daughter wanted to wear a dress or their son wanted to play with trucks. I've been trying so hard to get him to not fall into the gender trap, but he just really wants to play with trucks and dinosaurs. What do I do? You shut the fuck up. That's what you do.
So I just seen something go by on Discord, and it has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but
all right.
So I already know my answer. My answer is 5 years old.
Okay.
What is in your mind, what is the legal age that somebody should be able to own a fleshlight?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is it a boy or a girl?
I think
that makes a difference. If it's a girl, I'm going to say there's no age limit, because then maybe they can save themselves a little bit of trauma by putting that fleshlight between their legs with their dad.
Jesus. What the fuck?
That's terrible. Oh shit.
What do you think? Like, if fleshlight was to give out, if you know when you got to sign up for selective service, like when you're 18, what age should fleshlight start sending out? Like, every kid gets a fleshlight. At what age?
I would say kindergarten, just to make it easier. You can get it when you enroll in kindergarten. So that's what, 5, right? Yeah.
What age would you have started using one if you had one?
I don't. Yeah, probably 5. Whenever my little wiener started getting hard.
All right.
I'm agreeing with you. I just think it would be easier to distribute them if you distribute it through the schools, you know?
Like when they're doing lice checks.
Yeah.
Check for lice, and if you pass, you get your rubber pussy.
I think that people should start handing them out on Halloween.
Looks like Oddball just sent me a message. It said, God damn it, I was sleeping.
God, I want to be a rapper.
So you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do this without him. We're gonna get rid of
our white kilt.
Yeah.
All right. I'm out. I don't feel guilty anymore.
Let's see here where we are. All right.
Is he coming on?
I'm already talking like that. Where we are.
where we is. Is he coming on then?
No, he was fucking sleeping.
Oh, so he's not coming on at all?
All right. I'm gonna ask you some shits. And then you're gonna tell me what it means.
All right.
And then you have to use it in a sentence.
Oh boy. All right.
All right. Let's start easy. A dime.
That's $10 worth of marijuana.
No.
That's 10 years in jail.
Nope.
I don't know then.
Okay, what if I was to say that's a dime piece?
A hot chick?
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Hold on. Do I have ding, ding, ding?
You got that one on standby?
We're going to pretend that that's a good sound.
All right.
That's all I got.
Okay.
Dusty.
Old?
Sure. Fuck it. I don't care.
Hey, sure, you got it, but not really.
This is not as much fun without having a black person here to make fun of us.
Shit.
Heated.
Heated. That means like somebody's mad. I don't know if that means I got it or not. I'm so confused.
Do I have applause? Oh, fuck. I do have applause. Okay.
That's laughter.
Whatever.
Here's the thing.
Nope.
What?
Okay. So this means that you missed it.
Okay.
And this means you got it.
Not confusing at all.
All right. Yayo.
That's some kind of drug that you give to women, right? No, you don't give it to women. That's some kind of drug.
Think Tony Montana.
The football player? So did I get? I don't. I'm so fucking confused.
Lollipop.
Is that like a chick that's too young?
Just run it through your fucking head. I know you've heard of. I'll take you to the candy shop. I'll let you lick the lollipop.
Oh, is that a wiener?
Yes,
Wiener. Who calls their wiener lollipop? That's weird. Fucking weird. Who calls their wiener a wiener? Fucking dick.
Bougie.
That means stuck up. That's not black people talk though, is it?
I don't know. I thought it was mustard.
Right. Can you just see if anybody in Discord is black? and they want to come on? It's so much more fun with the black person.
Square.
Nerd. Yes. Wait. Okay, wait. Then square means cool?
No, a cigarette.
Oh, that's gay.
All right. Enough with that fucking soundboard bullshit.
Right. Are these words from like 1987? Aren't there any new cool words?
Where is a fucking 45-year-old white guy supposed to get words other than Wikipedia, man? Fuck. All right. I guess we'll do one more story and then we got to do our fucking shout out. God, I don't want to do shout out.
Me neither. What would it take if we just stopped doing that? You think we would lose a bunch of people, patrons, if we just stopped doing that? We can still pay the investigator to do the work. We just won't read them. How's that sound?
We'll mail up to him.
Yeah.
Here's what we found out about you.
Send us your address. We'll tell you what we found out about you.
All right. Kansas police officer off force after fake claim McDonald's workers wrote pig on coffee cup. This was completely and solely fabricated by a Harrington police officer no longer employed with the agency. You got the article up?
Nope. Can't find it. Where'd you put it?
Where all the other ones were.
I don't think that's true. Oh, found it. It was with all the other ones. I never thought of looking there. Okay.
Kansas police officer resigned Monday after fabricating a story that employees at McDonald's wrote the words
effing pig. Fucking pig
on his coffee cup. I don't know why that agitated me so much. I was so pissed off.
It was funny.
I was so fucking. I'm like, you know what?
I'm done. Show's over.
Harrington Police Chief Brian Hornaday said Saturday that one of his officers went to a McDonald's in Junction City before work and was given the cup. NBC affiliate KSNAT of Topeka reported. After further investigation, the department discovered that the unidentified Harrington officer made up the story.
This was completely and solely fabricated by a Harrington police officer, no longer employed with the agency.
All right. So we got to the whole gist of it, right? So cop walks into McDonald's, orders a pop
Coffee.
or coffee.
Yep.
And then proceeds to write fucking pig on it, and then a picture of it, puts it on social media.
Yep.
Why? Just for likes?
So probably he wanted to get in on the action. All these people at Starbucks writing pig on their cup, and they got all kinds of people are weird, man. People like attention for stupid shit. What?
Next time I go into a place, I'm gonna write like fat podcaster and then picture on it.
I think you should. Next time you go to McDonald's, fat podcaster. That's a great idea. I think if you
I got back to my table on my third trip to my buffet, and here's what they wrote on my
I took the last scoop off my plate and realized they had wrote on the bottom of my plate, "You fat fuck." So I think next time if you go to Starbucks, you can just tell them that your name is Fat Podcaster and then record them calling out your name. I got a Fat Podcaster.
Did you order one extra grande whipped cream?
Got a glass of water for Fat Podcaster. I ain't paying Starbucks prices. I think you should go into a Starbucks with a McDonald's cup and take a picture with like a Starbucks logo in the background. It's clearly a McDonald's cup and it says Fat Podcaster, and tell them I ordered this from Starbucks and they wrote Fat Podcaster and gave me a McDonald's cup.
And I'll have a baggie of gravy in my back pocket to put in there. Just I asked for a small coffee and they gave me a large cup of gravy.
Perfect.
All right. So we're going to do these shout outs, right?
I mean, yeah. There's like 50 of them.
Hold on. You know, the least you could have fucking done is put these in the right fucking order.
Wait a minute. What order? Are they alphabetical or what?
We always go lowest to highest.
What? We don't always do anything.
All right. So I will shout out we only have 2 new $1 patrons.
All right.
So we don't have to pay our private investigator to dox them. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Joey. Curtis.
So stupid.
That's it. I'm done. That's on you.
All right. We're starting at the top.
God damn it.
I don't know why that bothers you so much, but that's why I do it.
All right, I want to try I'm going to try a little different because I haven't got to see these yet.
Mm-hmm. You're going to be so excited.
I want to try reading them, see if I can get into it. I listened back to our last public episode.
Yeah,
and it to say disengaged from. I was so disengaged that I thought that I had just like dropped my audio. There was nothing. There was nothing from my end for like 10 minutes while you were reading this shit.
Mm-hmm. Were you? Oh, wait. First of all, were you able to sit through the whole thing and listen to me read all these?
No,
that's right. Do you think anybody else is either?
All right. Hold on. Here we go.
All right. So you're reading them.
Peyton works in a fetal stem cell research lab. She is responsible for cracking the fetuses open and draining the stem cells into a bucket for research. Her father owns the lab, which is in the basement of their home. All 7 of Peyton's siblings work in the lab. She has never thought to ask where her father got the fetuses or why he does the stem cell research in his bathrobe. All right. So what are we insinuating with that? Because
we're not insinuating anything. We hired a private researcher and a private investigator, and they did the research.
Ulysses. Ulysses. What's his fucking name? How do you say it?
Just read the description.
How do you say the name?
I think it's Ulysses.
Ulysses. You is working on her doctorate in. Why do you assume everybody is a her? I'm sorry. Why does the private investigator?
They private investigated. That's actual private investigation.
It's a private investigation.
Right.
All right. Yu is working on her doctorate in quantum physics with the hopes of perfecting time travel. She claims to have traveled back in time on 3 separate occasions. The first time, she was able to bring back a truckload of cases of Crystal Pepsi, which she sold on eBay to fund her research. Her ultimate goal is to be able to travel back to the moment her father died and double murder him. What the fuck?
That was funny.
All right. Justin is a camera woman for a again.
It makes sense of the theme here.
Justin is a camera woman for a porn production team. She dreams of working in front of the camera, but has been turned away several times because her penis is too small and her gut is too big. She is in the process of suing her employer to try and get them to provide on-the-job accommodations in the form of a guy that holds up her gut so she can get a blowjob. She also wants dental coverage.
Yeah, fight the man.
Mike is a upgrade from 1 to 5. So I think
Mike is my favorite.
All right. So you live in a state now that has legal marijuana, right?
Right.
Does that affect the investigation any?
It's hard to say.
All right. You're telling me that this investigation had nothing to do with any illicit drugs, correct?
I'm not telling you anything.
All right. I'm going to read this as it's written. The investigation as it was delivered by a handcuffed briefcase.
Right.
Mike is a human soybean hybrid who shows exceptional performance in the medium and lower productive acres while demonstrating very good top-end yield. He is also well suited for double crop use following wheat. You're an idiot. I got an instant headache. That is so well written. I'm going to read that again. Mike is a human soybean. Mike is a human soybean hybrid who shows exceptional performance in the medium and lower productive acres while demonstrating very good top-end yield. He is also well suited for double crop use following wheat. Mike contains significant amounts of phytic acid, dietary minerals, and B vitamins. Mike is the most important protein source for feed farm animals that in turn yields animal protein for human consumption. It's almost like it was copied verbatim with a type of maybe soybean. It's almost like you did like a find and replace in Microsoft Word.
Good job, Mike. We're proud of you.
All right. Big Bang Bazinga. Oh, fuck. Big Bang Bazinga Bing Bong Burger. I don't think that's the real name. I was sitting on my nuts.
All right. That's always good.
B is a newly transferred Detroit police officer who was remade into an indestructible cyber. Now you're just raping off.
Who's you? I didn't know what you're talking about.
Are you completely out of ideas?
We paid a private investigator.
This is clearly plagiarism. B is a newly transferred Detroit police officer who was remade into an indestructible cybernetic cop after being dismembered by a gang of thugs in an abandoned warehouse. Reborn as, name redacted, he is programmed to serve and protect the citizens of Detroit and eliminate the rampant crime in the city streets so that a massive citywide reconstruction project can get underway. Once he has completed his task, he sets his sights on the corruption inside the corruption corporation that created him.
Sounds interesting. Sounds like that would make a good movie.
Unbelievable.
Is it? Is it really?
Dylan. Dylan is an aspiring writer and recovering alcoholic who works as the off-season caretaker of an isolated hotel in the Colorado Rockies. God damn it. He possesses psychic abilities that enable him to see into the hotel's horrific past. The hotel's cook also has this ability and is able to communicate with Dylan telepathically. Dylan's sanity is deteriorating due to the influence of the supernatural forces that inhabit the hotel, placing his wife and son in danger.
Crazy.
There was nothing at all about The Shining where he had psychic abilities. You didn't even see the movie that you fucking copied.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What's The Shining?
Okay. In any of the research that was given back by our investigator, was there ever any mention of him busting out a door with an axe and peeking in and here's Dylan?
I don't think so.
Oh, weird.
In this part though.
Jay. So Jay is actually not a new patron. He's been around for a bit, but for some reason our investigator didn't come through, and so here's his shit, whatever. Go over this. Jay is a middle-aged man dealing with both unemployment and divorce. One day his car broke down on a Los Angeles highway. He left his vehicle and began a trek across the city to attend his daughter's birthday party. As he made his way, this is falling down.
I agree.
As he made his way through the urban landscape, Jay's frustration and bitterness became more evident, resulting in violent encounters with various people, including a vengeful gang and a dutiful veteran cop. You are stealing from 80s movies. Did you not think that I would not know what movies these are?
I don't know what you're talking about. We're going to have a talk with our investigator.
How do you say that? Exiontic, whatever. X's distinguishing features are his heavy smoking, long coat. Jay and Silent Bob.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
God damn it. All right. Austin. Exiontic. Oh, God damn it. X's distinguishing features are his heavy smoking, long coat, dark hair, beard, and backwards baseball cap. He was raised Catholic and is a gadgetary genius. He rarely speaks, but when he does, he often has something eloquent or logical to say, delivering thought-provoking monologues to the others. What others, Anthony?
What other? I don't know. That was weird.
He is also kind of a creep. Wow. You know, I was really surprised, to be honest with you, because it's always a battle getting all of our backstories fed back in time before the show starts. And I noticed a couple days ago that we had none of the backstories. And now, I noticed yesterday that the biggest part of them were filled out. I know why, because you were just looking at movie boxes in your fucking house.
Who? Me? No.
Oh, fucking cocksucker. Did I miss?
Brenda. You're at Brenda.
Brenda is slim, has long blonde hair, and towers over her peers. She often wears a black knit cap. So Brenda's Jay.
I don't know. Brenda's Brenda. Come on.
Brenda is slim, has long blonde hair, towers over her ears. She often wears a black knit cap. Brenda speaks frequently and offensively and often treats people with aggression or bullying. Her excessive cursing seems due to influence from her uncaring mother. Her first word was fuck. She is also very active in trying to seduce several men. Snooches. Cameron. Almost all of Cameron's biographical information is supplied by him. Many of his stories seem to be wildly inaccurate, often physically or historically impossible, and occasionally inconsistent, even with each other, suggesting that Cameron is senile, though he is often aware of the inconsistency. As such, all information provided by Cameron is often to be taken with a grain of salt. He is a member of the Stonecutters, Masons, and Communists, as well as being president of the Gay and Lesbian Alliance for some reason. Okay. Really didn't follow the theme on everything.
There was no theme.
Last but definitely not least, Austin. Again, different, must be a different Austin. Or this guy signed up twice. Fuck, I don't know it. In the 1936 Berlin Olympics, Austin was participating in the javelin event. His throw narrowly missed Hitler, who was watching in the stands. Unfortunately, it missed and hit the man who was about to assassinate him. Later, Austin claimed that he and Hitler had laughed about it. Austin uses a slide whistle to communicate and owns many poodles. He was once forced to conduct an orchestra of kazoo-playing monkeys. When he pleaded with his mother to not force him to do it, she simply shouted at him to shut up and conduct. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so we are going to head over to our Discord server.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody that's a patron, we have an after show chat voice channel signed up where you can come over and talk with us or yell at each other or whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care. Yeah, so go to patreon.com/shoot that. Maybe in the future, just stick with the movies. They're funny. Just pass it on to the investigator.
So should we have a contest to see if somebody can figure out where those last two came from?
Oh, so you didn't make those up?
No, the investigator did. No, I did not.
But they do follow that theme?
Sort of.
All right.
Not really, but sort of.
Oh, okay, Brady. What? Yes, no. What is it?
What is what?
Are they movies?
No.
What are they? TV shows?
Maybe.
Okay. Biographical information is. Have I seen them? Hot or cold? What does it rhyme with? How many words?
It's been on the air for 30 years.
Hazard.
You've yep. You've definitely seen something, but unless you're a very huge fan, you would never guess it. Do you want me to tell you so I can break the third world?
Maybe.
No.
Bob's Burgers.
No.
Simpsons.
Yes.
What?
Straight from the Simpsons Wikipedia of Abraham Simpson.
So fucking stupid. You just ruined everything. You ruined it.
Right. I ruined the bit. I think RoboCop ruined the bit.
Okay, what about the last Austin one?
Oops.
Throwing the javelin.
Yeah, right. Both of them.
That's also him?
Yes.
That you use the same?
Right. And I think I might have even, other than I went to Grandpa Simpson and then I went to one of the side characters and I kind of mixed both of them together.
We got to cut all this out.
No. Wait, yes.
All
You should never ask questions that you don't want the answer to.
All right. Yeah, you ready to jump over there?
You're right. Yes.
All right. So remember, we'll see you again next week, or you'll hear us next week.
If you like what we're doing, tell people, share our shit, get on the internet and Facebook about it. Is that what the kids are doing now?
We need a movie to play, because we tried recording our own shit at one point, like a commercial.
Yeah.
And it was like a half hour of us just yelling at each other. Like, you do it. I don't know what to say.
I don't know what the fuck to say.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, go to patreon.com/who's right. Also share our shit. That'd be great. Tell your mom
And your dad.